Yo, what is up, guys? This is B. Bricks and Brickdo here. Today I thought I'd do a video on the future outlook of Lego investing. And obviously, I don't have the crystal ball. I can't see the future in certain, but I want to sort of explain to you guys sort of my thought process of sort of going through some of these things, the historical context, I would say, of Lego investing, where we're at today, and maybe what that landscape might look like in, say, 5 to 10 years. And so I feel like, for me at least, Lego investing sort of came into the sort of main sort of realm or landscape here. I was always a big UCS collector, and I always saw that those after retirement went up a lot in value. It didn't seem like it mattered which one. All of them just seemed like they skyrocketed in value post-retirement. And around this time, we started seeing some articles and some news sources about Lego being a better investment than gold and all that. And so this is around, I would say, like 2012-ish, maybe 2013, at least for me. And at that point too, I had also, maybe this is a little bit after that, but pretty similar time frame, I had been introduced to Brick Picker, which in my opinion was sort of a really good website to keep track of set values. It pulled sales data from eBay. You were able to add sets to your quote-unquote portfolio and see the performance of those sets year over year. So I went ahead and sort of added some of my bigger sets, like the Eiffel Tower, things I knew that had gone up in value a lot. And when I started adding them in, I really realized, wow, some of these have, tripled or quadrupled in value, even being used. And I really feel like around this time, probably, maybe even up to 2015, like 2010 to 2015, I think in that era, it was almost hard to go wrong. It's like whatever you buy, it seemed like it just went up in value post retirement, and some of them went up a lot, but it didn't seem like there was really a whole lot of duds. I would say that era, in my opinion, is probably best defined as the easy money. The easy money was made, right? I mean, it just seemed like whatever you bought was going to go up in value. It just mattered how much. And then I would say sort of post 2015, and I would say we're still currently in sort of this middle era right now, it becomes a lot more, I think, specified. I think you need to do some market research on themes, on certain products, figure out what might be your best decision, sort of where to allocate your money in Lego investing, because it is apparent now that not everything's going to go up in value, not everything's going to be worth it enough, based on shipping and fees and whatnot, especially, in my opinion, this is sort of my realization here, is with a lot of UCS sets post 2015, because I actually had been holding onto a sand crawler, which I'm trying to think when it retired. It came out in 2013. I bought one. I was like, I'm just going to sit on this because, it just seems like every single UCS set is going up in value a lot. I'm just going to buy one of these UCS sand crawlers and hopefully I, just double my money. And that was the first set, and I think on the UCS line, but I think for me definitely as well, was one that just did not, skyrocket in value as soon as it retired. There was just still a lot of stock on Amazon from third-party sellers, still on eBay, and it was sort of a slow creep up in price. And check out that set now; it's definitely worth a decent amount, but it wasn't that quick snap of retirement boom in price. And I think that's where we are kind of right now. Obviously, there's going to be exceptions. There's a few sets that really jump in value quick. I'm sure you can see tons of videos of people talking about 200% ROI and things like that. But in general, I think it's a little bit more of a slower process. You have to be a little bit more refined about your decisions and which sets you pick up. It's not like you can just pick up every set nowadays. You have to really maybe understand the theme, understand the collectability of it. So that's sort of where I see, I would say, the outlook of Lego investing right now, right? Is that you sort of have to do a decent amount of research, start to, figure out where you're going to put your money, and you have to sort of come up with some justifications as to why maybe a set might go up in value. So we're not really in this sort of like easy money to be made stage. It does require some bit of work and some bit of knowledge, I would say. And so I think as more players get into the game, when this becomes more apparent, then we move into this third phase. And in this third phase, we start to see sort of market efficiencies getting their way sort of into the Lego investing scene. And, I might see lower returns on investments, but at least for me, I just don't see it ever becoming something that's so, that's such an efficient, market that, there's not the ability to make money by holding on to sets. I really feel like that at least definitely in the foreseeable future, that having specific knowledge on themes and sets and making reasonable decisions about where to actually allocate your money into which sets, I still think that's going to be viable in the future in sort of this third phase, but maybe a little bit less in the second phase. I guess at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say with this third phase is, as more players get into the game, it's going to be a bit harder. And besides me just being optimistic about sort of the future outlook of Lego investing, I think if you look at other hobbies that have just been around for a lot longer, such as sports cards and things like that, comic books, there's been people making money in those hobbies for years and years and years, far longer than Lego. Sort of investing or reselling in those hobbies have been around for a lot longer. And sure, as more players get in the game, it might be harder, but there's always new opportunities. There's always an ever-changing landscape for each of those collectibles, always new things coming out. And for that reason, I think, there's always going to be a space for collectible investing, and that definitely includes Lego. So that's sort of my thoughts, I would say, on sort of this video as a whole. Just sort of wanted to share my thoughts on this, guys, and sort of those, in my opinion, I would kind of sort of classify as 3 phases of Lego investing, and hope you guys enjoyed this discussion. If you guys are new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Bricks signing off.